So like conditions fulfilled, unfulfilled conditions. Let's suppose that you were given a land, and the condition was that you have to construct or build a school or probably a small hospital or a clinic on that piece of land, and they will not say that you have to make it in 50 years time or whenever you want. There are some conditions that you have to make. Let's suppose a 50-bed hospital or a 20-bed hospital within next 3 years, and these should be the facilities in that hospital because the government is giving you land. So the government part was done. They gave you the land. They are done with that. Now it is your job to do your part of the job. Okay. So what was your duty to make this thing happen? And now it looks like that because of some reasons, probably financial reasons, technical reasons, or commercial reasons, whatever, you are not preparing or making that facility. Or probably you are making, but you are not making it as it was suggested. They asked you to make it, a fully equipped thing, probably 50 room, and you are making 20 rooms unequipped type of thing. So you are not fulfilling the conditions. So unfulfilled conditions can happen because there are always strict terms and conditions by the government, because government is giving you as a commercial entity some benefit and you have to fulfill those conditions. So if that thing happens, in that case, there should be some contingencies or provisions. So unfulfilled conditions, like conditions are given for 3 years time period. Okay. So in the beginning, we believe that, and by the way, this is also very important to remember. Now you have asked the question and you have started the discussion. So let's suppose that the time frame was given for 3 years or 5 years or whatever. Okay. To develop or create some facility. So at this point in time, you believed that you would be able to do it, and you started the construction, and or you started the process and it went up. But what happened that during this period, so let's suppose that you have not recognized anything, you have not received the grant. So I'll create two conditions. Okay, let's suppose that you started it, they promised that they will give you at the end, and you have not received it. So you have not received any cash actually. So now you are not reversing it back, kind of, you don't have anything to return back. But there is another possibility as well, that they have given you in the beginning, like I said, grants received in the beginning. Both can happen. So under both conditions, so what was happening that in the year one, you have already recognized some revenue, and in year two, you already have recognized some revenue. So the total grant was 40, and out of 40, probably 10 you have recognized here, and 10 you have recognized here. And at this point in time, it becomes evident that you are not going to fulfill the conditions, and this grant must be returned back. And now you have to return back 40. Okay. So you don't have 40 in your books, because in your books, the liability is only standing at 20, because you already have done debit liability credit income. You have taken 10 into the income by debiting the liability. So in your books, the liability is shown only 20, whereas in reality, you have to pay back 40, because some part of that 40 you already have recognized in your books as your revenue. So now you will pay back 40, and the remaining 20 should go to P&L straight away in the same year. In year three, this $20 loss, this 20 loss will come into P&L. Like you put 20, here you were putting 10 as revenue, 10 as revenue. Here you will make 20 as a loss, and you return back the 40, and you get rid of this scenario. So it is possible that there are unfulfilled conditions, and then you have to return it back. If you are going to return it back, you will see, is it available in the books or not? If you had not recognized anything in past, so then 40 is remaining there as it is, you just return back the 40. But if you had already recognized something, and the liability shown in the books is less than actually what you need to pay back, then the difference will go into how to say, your P&L. So this is about unfulfillment.